Dobar dan, pozdrav svima. Meni je jasno da je ovo HR kongres, nije IT kongres, probat ću biti što kraće moguće, predat ću kolegi koji će vam, nadam se, na brzinu pokazati jedan kratki demo, malo zabaviti, možda animirati, tako da onda možete nastaviti dalje. Pozdravljam vas sve u ime Osir Erpisa, mi smo regionalni partner Oracleov, tu smo zapravo na Balkanu, primarno se ovdje baziramo. Danas bi samo kratko predstavio firmu, znači potrošit ću možda 5 minuta vremena, to je to. I dao vam možda par nekih stvari za razmišljanje. Čisto jednom kad odete odavde, probao sam se neko nadovezati na teme koje su bile ovdje na kongresu, nadam se da će vam se svidjeti. Ok, što se tiče Osir Erpisa, osnovani smo 2004. Isključivo smo Oracle partner, znači implementiramo Oracleove aplikacije. Sada već imamo preko 100 čovjek godina iskustva u firmi sa implementacijom nekih standardnih rješenja, nadogradnji standardnih rješenja. Gold partner, Cloud Excellence Implementer, ne znam da vam to što znači da smo dobri u tom što radimo i da smo priznati kao takvi. Par nekakvih naših referenci ovdje iz regije. Radimo i nešto ERP-a, radimo procurementa, radimo i HCM-a i HR-a, tako da tu smo vani na štandu. Nakon toga, u principu, ako imate nekakav problem ili imate nešto o čemu želite razgovarati, slobodno dođite, potražite nas pa ćemo onda možda malo više detalja. Ono što bi ja u principu htio možda naglasiti samo ovdje, ovih par minuta koliko mislim uzeti, ovo je jedan od tih topika, ovo je jedan od panela koji su danas bili. Znači, HR postoje nešto što se zove EX, znači Employee Experience. I onda se očekuje da bude odgovoran i da upravlja kompletnom interakcijom firme zaposlenika, da bude nekakav interfejs prema zaposlenicima, ajmo to tako reći. A preduvjet za to da imate cjeloviti nekakav zaokružen uvid, znači da imate neku potporu kroz IT koja će vam omogućiti da stvarno možete pratiti sve procese koje imate u firmi i da onda iz tih procesa možete izvući nekakvu integralnu sliku, da možete stvarno vidjeti što se tu događa. Druga stvar koju vidimo i koja se događa, koja polako dolazi ovdje, je da uz marketing se očekuje da HR preuzme na neki način sekundarno i taj brand management firme. Znači, marketing je taj koji će to raditi prema vani, a HR to radi možda malo suptilnije kroz zaposlene. Jel? Znači, ako imamo motivirane i pozitivne zaposlene, oni su naš brand ambasador. Jel? Znači, s bilo kim da dalje razgovaraju o tome kako im je firmi dobro, kako su procesi dobro posloženi, kako radi se super ljudima i to je vjerojatno najbolja reklama koju možete dobiti. Ono što je ključno je imati rješenje koje možete vjerovati da vam pomogne u tim izazovima danas, ali s kojim možete razmišljati u budućnosti. A tu bi onda se možda... Ok, znači Oracle, HCM Cloud, ja ne znam koliko vas je prije nešto radilo s nama, koliko vas je čulo za nas, da li ste uopće svjesni da smo prisutni u ovom području, aplikativno možemo pokriti sve procese koje HR ima. Znači, apsolutno sve što nekakva moderna HR funkcija u firmi danas radi, možemo suportirati, možemo pokriti, možemo prilagoditi nekim vašim potrebama, što znači da onda možete od nas dobiti neku integralnu sliku, možete vidjeti kako zapravo taj zaposlenik živi, na koji način radi u našoj firmi. Isto tako integriramo sa našim Oracleom i bilo kojim drugim sistemima. Kolega zapravo sad baš mi priča o projektu gdje su pozicionirali znači ovaj HCM na SAP customera, na SAP rješenje, to izgleda odlično, integrirano i funkcionira. Neka preduvjet, mislim ovo je nešto što se danas smatra, ajmo reći preduvjetom, o ovome ne treba posebno razgovarati, da možemo pokriti sve, da razumijemo potrebe, da razumijemo procese i da smo dostupni valjda svakom mogućem mediju. Jel? Da li je to nekakav tablet, da li je to mobitel, da li je to laptop, postoji puno različitih kanala na kojim zaposleni radi interakciju i sve njih na neki način trebamo suportirati. 3 nekakva trenda koje vidimo da dolaze i o kojima možda već sad treba početi lagano razmišljati, ili barem ako sad gledate rješenje, probajte gledati neko rješenje koje vas može pozicionirati da sutra odgovorite i na te probleme. Jedna je automatizacija i to je tehnologija koja je zapravo već tu. Ona je sve više i više ulazi u primjenu i neke mogućnosti koje otvara u HR-u je recimo digitalni asistent. Znači vi danas imate i sve više ćete imati tendenciju da neki ljudi jednostavno ne rade na primarnoj lokaciji, da rade od doma ili da surađuju iz neke druge države. Znači ako tražite i pokušate regrutirati najbolji talent, taj najbolji talent možda neće biti ovdje gdje ste vi, ali svejedno uz tehnologiju možemo raditi efikasno na taj način. Ono što digitalni asistent može omogućiti je da ti ljudi i onda kad rade, kako rade i odakle rade zapravo imaju nekakav kontakt. Mogu s nekim razgovarati bez obzira da li ovdje netko radi. Drugi nekakav use case koji je zanimljiv je ubrzan je onboarding novih zaposlenika. To je nešto što čak i Oracle radi u zadnje vrijeme, gdje pokušava, znači, kad dovede neku novu osobu, da to ne traje mjesec dana, da se ta osoba ne uvodi u rad i da ne uči kako se radi neki dugi vremenski period, nego je to gotovo tjedan ili 2 tjedna. Druga stvar, i mislim, ovo je trenutno buzzword, više je buzzword realno nego što je neka ozbiljna funkcionalnost, ali se jako puno investira, to sigurno dolazi. I tu pričamo o artificial intelligence i machine learningu. A ono otvara neke jako ozbiljne potencijalne mogućnosti, ogroman potencijal u rekrutnom procesu, i to vjerojatno sami znate, razumijete. Plaće su ogromna stavka, u većini firma najveća stavka na rashodovnoj strani. Jako je bitno da te plaće odlaze na najbolje ljude, znači da se kod rekrutmenta stvarno odabere najbolji mogući talent. Machine learning i AI tu imaju potencijal da omogućuju bolji uvid, da se to ne odnosi na CV, nekoliko razgovora i utisak, nego da pokupite maksimalno informacija koje se o toj osobi može dobiti, da vam maksimalno obogati ono što o toj osobi vidite prije nego što se odlučite da li će on biti dio vašeg kolektiva ili neće. Druga stvar je optimizacija procesa učenja i osvajanja novih vještina i to ima neki podatak da prosječno čovjek ima pola sata do sat vremena tjedno za nekakvo učenje. I ono što postaje sve bitnije i bitnije je da tih pola sata do sat vremena potroši na ono što će postići najveći učinak. Znači da edukaciju i to malo vremena koje ima usmjeri ono što će mu dati najveći rezultat. I treća stvar je Internet of Things, vjerovali ili ne. Nije nešto što su pametni termometri, nije nužno nešto što su samo senzori u tvornici. Internet of Things u HR-u ima neke zanimljive potencijale, prilično kontroverzne i tu će biti dosta nekog posla dok se to ne poštima, ali tehnologija tu otvara neke zanimljive mogućnosti, gotovo sigurno ćemo izviđati. Na primjer, granularno praćenje i optimizacija performanse zaposlenih. Znači to ono što danas rade vrhunski sportaši. Ako pričate o NBA igračima, ako pričate o vrhunskim nogometašima, oni detaljno prate svoje performanse. Što rade, na koji način, kako jedu, šta spavaju, koliko spavaju. To dolazi svima nama, ako želimo. Mogućnosti tu. Danas svako ima mobitel, valjda ne izlazite iz kuće bez njega. Sve više ljudi ima wearable tech. I to će postati prevalentno, postat će posvuda. Pitanje je da li će zaposleni vjerovati svojem poduzeću da skuplja takve podatke, da im na taj način pokušava pomoći, da podignu svoje performanse, da podignu način na koji rade, ali tehnološki to je tu. Dolazi, bit će zastupljeno. Možda kad razmišljamo, trebamo razmišljati da li naš software vendor omogućuje i tako nešto. Kontrola svakodnevnog stresa, sprečavanje burnouta, smanjenje bolovanja. Znači, uspjeti reagirati prije nego što se dogodi da neko zbog nekog kroničnog razloga ode na bolovanje, jer je to trošak koji je velik. Na ovaj način možemo djelovati preventivno, ali barem potencijalno možemo djelovati preventivno. To je to. Ja više ne bi u ovom trenutku, predao bih riječ svom kolegi Filipu, koji će vas probati malo animirati i zabaviti. Ja se nadam.
Hvala. Dobar dan svima. Kako ste? Good morning. Okay. Ja učim. So, anyone who didn't went out to get coffee, I'm gonna wake you up anyways. Did everyone bring his mobile phone, smartphone? Of course. Because that's what we're doing right now, right? Everything we do in private lives, we do Instagram, we do Twitter. Anybody who knows TikTok? Yeah? TikTok, right? Why am I saying this? Because that is what we do all the time, and those are our expectations for applications, right? User experience is what it is called. Basically, it's people experience. It's what I experience, what you experience interacting with applications on a mobile phone. And those expectations for the experience, as Damia said, is also luckily eventually creeping into corporate applications and business and enterprise applications. So one of the number one goals for Oracle's HCM Cloud was to redesign this so that the user experience is very close to what we experience when we are on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, WeChat, TikTok, maybe not TikTok yet, but you know what I'm saying. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to play a game, and it's a mobile challenge. We'll start right away. I'll just explain you a little bit how we're going to play this game. All we need is your mobile phones, and you will see a QR code. And we also have prepared printouts. So I would ask you to give a very warm applause for the fantastic professional ladies. No, check it out. I just want to applaud you for helping us with the game. I'll tell you when to go. Okay, so back to the thing. Here's what you need to know. Basically, anything that you have seen or you have seen from competition when it comes to talent management, HR, recruiting, all those hot topics right now can and should be accessible over a mobile phone and without having to download an extra application. So basically just two things to remember. One is you just grab your mobile phone, you scan a QR code, and we play the game. I ask you questions, and you try to find them in the application. You don't have to download an extra application. And for anyone here in the room, maybe sometimes talking to IT department, they will be very glad to hear this because, you know, security, maintenance, update, you don't need this. You know, we're talking software in the cloud, software as a service. You need your mobile phone or your desktop or laptop, a browser and the internet connection, full stop. And the second thing, and you will see this, as all of you are gonna be one person, so we're gonna be Fiona. By the way, where's the colleague from Cornerstone? Is she still in the room? We also have a Curtis in our solution, but that's pretty much all we have in common. So we're not going to look at Curtis, we're going to look at Fiona, and you're going to be Fiona. So, just a moment, you'll get the QR code and we start playing just to prepare you how it might look. So this is how it will look on your mobile phone. You need to log in as Fiona and you get a password and login credentials, and this is it. This is a newsfeed experience, very easy for the eye, very easy to navigate. It's a newsfeed, just as it is with Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or any other newsfeed that you're familiar with. So I might ask you a question like, what's Fiona's absence balance? How many days of vacation does she have left? So you might want to scroll down a little bit, and you might see something which is called time and absences. Well, I'm asking you, what's her absence balance? You might want to look up this. And then you tap it, you find absence balance, and there might be an answer. And anyone who's first shooting out an answer, we have goodies for you. So, this is how it looks. You can scan this code, or I will ask the ladies back there to start distributing the paper sheets for the colleagues in the back rows. And it's basically this as a printout. You can very easily scan it with your camera on your mobile phone. I'll do it also. Where's my mobile phone? Here. So it should be really straightforward. If it's an iPhone, it works directly with the camera. If it should not work, you can always use the bit.ly code as well. So I'm just jumping down here. Just scan it like this. And here we go. So what you should be seeing, and don't worry, you'll have the paper, right? You will see this login screen, and you're gonna be Fiona Točno Morel, and it's gonna be Oracle with a capital O 123. Do we have any green screens yet? Or I don't know what the color is, turquoise or teal or something. You should be able to log in. Damia, do you see any green screens already, or people just logging in? Okay. Sure. Can I see some green screens? Oh, fantastic. I love the color. Okay, so are we good to go, or you need another moment? Fantastic. So, hello, Fiona. All the Fionas in the room. What is your absence balance? Is it 20, 28, 9 or 6 days for the year? So you might want to look on your screen, on your mobile phone, and as I told you, you might want to tap down a little bit, and you will find time and absences. 7 days? Somebody played with the system while I was not watching. I know, this is the numbers. So, quite a few of you will have 7, and quite a few of you will have 28, right? Or 28,000. This is for the localization. This is due to the fact that we are using similar environments so that everyone can be Fiona. So here's a right answer. Do we have someone with 28? Back there. Okay, so those are the ones on the 28, and those are the Fionas on the 7. This slide goes for the 28, but everybody's a winner. So, Maya, why don't we bring out 2 goodie bags? Or, speaking of employee experience, and Damia mentioned that, chatbot capability, artificial intelligence, machine learning. It doesn't have to be super sophisticated. It can be very straightforward. Why don't you ask your chatbot on the phone, it's at the bottom right, absence balance. You could have had the same answer there. I think the lady here in the 4th row, right here with the 7, and a lady back there. Let's try another one. So Fiona is a manager, a program director, and Fiona has direct reports. So she has a team. And one of her colleagues in her team is Daniel. We want to find out just basic master data. What's Daniel Bang's work address? So you might want to look again at the home screen. And if you're lazy, like we all are, why don't you use the Google search, the magnifying glass on the top, and you type in Daniel Banks. This is when we speak about a user experience that is truly mobile and that is really up there with the rest, and as it is used, called in English, consumer grade, which basically means you expect that your applications in the work life are as nice and easy to use as the applications you use in your private lives. Do we have an answer? So where's Daniel Bank's home address? There we go, first row. Maya's the lady in the first row. And South Place London it is. Now, to the only one important topic everyone has here, including me, what's the overall salary on your last payslip? Well, so we've looked at the magnifying glass, we've looked at the lady here in the beige dress, we've looked through the application, but we can also use quick actions. Why don't you just use the quick action here and hit payslips? Oh, do we already have an answer? Oh. 0.52, that's it. Wow, this is going great. Maya, just around that side, please. Who? I think the lady here. Are we out of the goodie bags? Wow, Belgrade HR community is rocking. Okay, even better than the last time. This could also mean that you have your payslips right at your mobile phone. Now I know this is not for everyone for security reasons. I'm just saying it could be possible. And let me tell you, the US is crazy about this. We here in Europe, not so much. So we are not using this. That's correct. So we still have some goodie bags, and not forgetting this. And let's move a little bit to learning and talent management and development. Well, you know that required learning, mandatory learning is also very important. It might not be as fancy as a complete succession plan, which is also possible, but it is very important for any large company to train people for fire safety or compliance trainings. And those things you really have to roll out mandatorily. You have to make sure that people are doing this. You have to make sure that people are reminded to do their trainings. And this is what this question is about. How many required learning assignments does Fiona have? Now again, scroll down a little bit and you find what to learn. Do we have, did I hear something? She has 2. Exactly. So those are her required learnings. As you can see, it's dealing with a workplace emergency and it's a corporate compliance training. Usually not very funky, but important to measure and to report on. And here's another one. She has a team, as I said. Fiona has a team, so she's a manager as well. So we have worked in a lot of manager self-service capabilities in this application as well. So let's look up her team and find out who is not one of her teams. And you see, just right to the Me button is a My Team button, which has all the information about her direct reports. You can go to My Team, and you should be seeing her workers. Last time I checked, last night, it were those. So do we have an answer? Who is not in Fiona's team? Did anyone get that? Yes, no? Now, who is not in her team? C. It's kind of the exercise because it doesn't have a name, so you have to look at the pictures. Woohoo. Right. And now here's the last one, and this is to showcase that this is not just about looking up people or doing trainings, which is very important. This is also about doing transactions, doing workflows in the application. Now, we're not actually going to promote Philip Noagard, but we are starting his promotion. I'm pretty sure if I look at the environment tomorrow or tonight, I'll see somebody here promoted him. But the reason we are playing this here is just to give you a showcase of what is possible. So question is, what is Philip Noagard's current annual salary? So why don't you go to another quick action and press promote. There you can change what you want to, there you can select what you want to change. Now we want to just find out about his salary, so we tick the salary button and we go on. And if we move through this application, and by the way, this is just an example. This could have 5 steps, 7 steps, or 2 steps. This is very much pertaining to your organization and your workflows. This is just an example of it. Do we have an answer for his current annual salary? Right, it's the 56,000 Swedish kronas. That's a nice salary. And with that, I see that it's blinking in my eye. I'm out of time now. I hope you like this. Who did get more than 2 answers correct? So there's the gentleman in the front. And the big gift is an umbrella, because Oracle doesn't leave you out in the rain. And you also had more than 2, and the lady right there. No, this in front here. So I hope you enjoyed this. Maybe it worked like a coffee, but the point we're trying to make is this is how modern HR could and should look like, especially if you're thinking about a very young workforce. People who expect their applications in the job to work and look like the applications at home. Hvala svima.